Sergio Salcido, and this is a demonstration of me reverse engineering a capture the flag assignment. And associated with this capture the flag, the executable code is labeled as a.out. Now, one of the first things I did was I downloaded Kali Linux and VirtualBox to be able to utilize Kali Linux and utilize a VirtualBox to download Gehidra, which is a reverse engineering tool. So now the next step here is I went ahead and took the a.out executable code for my Windows, and I used a shared file to get it into my Kali Linux. Once I had it in my Kali Linux, I went ahead and added this file to its own file in the file system so I wouldn't have any issues with roots. Now, once I had that set up, I went ahead and created a new project in Gehidra, and I analyzed it, and it gave me this reverse engineered executable code. Now, within this code here, the first thing I did was I went and found the main function. And then within this main function, it gave us this C code. And with this C code here, if we analyze it, it's indicating that there are 3 arguments. And within these arguments, they're using the strcmp function to analyze if the user's input matches this hard string. If it does, then it gives us the machine a 0. And if the next argument is also met, which is password, then it also gives us a 0 and it indicates to the user you are in. If those differ in any shape or form, then it gives us an access denied. So the next step here is I copied and pasted this C compiled code into Visual Studios. Once in Visual Studios, I did have to include the studio.h and string.h. That way my C compiler understood the syntax that I just copied and pasted over. Now with this all set up and no issues in running the program, I need to add a argument or a user input. So right now we're going to enter an incorrect user input. And with that incorrect user input, we're going to add some breakpoints. So that way we can step through this and see what's going on associated with that incorrect input. Alrighty, let's go ahead and debug this. And so right now, currently, if you go to the registries, RAX is all zeros and a 1 at the end. And then if we go to memory, currently we haven't stepped in. So let's go ahead and step in. Boom. Okay, so we stepped in here. Our command or the user input is hard story, which is incorrect. It's looking for simple. So because of that, we get F's instead of zeros, which over here we see within our C code, it is looking for a 0 if simple is met, which it is not. So because of that, it automatically takes us to the access denied. And it would indicate to us access denied, you do not have the correct string. And we can actually see that if we exit our debugger and we take away our breakpoints and we run the code, it gives us access denied because our user input is incorrect. Now, if we go ahead and enter the correct user input that the system is looking for, and we add some breakpoints here, and then we go ahead and debug it. Now we see here RAX is all zeros and a 1 once more. And then once we step into this, we actually do get zeros, which that indicates that that string was met, simple was there. And we can also see this in memory here. Indicating zeros as well. And then so because that was met, we do go to the next argument, which is looking for the string of password. That is also met, so we get zeros, and we can see that here in the registry as well. And then so it gives us the indication that you are in. You did enter the string appropriately, and you did access it using that password. And then the program ends. And we can see that here if we take away these breakpoints and run the code. You are in. Perfect. And we can also see that within Kali Linux in the terminal. So first I have to go to the CTF file. So once there, we go ahead and run the code. If I enter it correctly, we get you are in. If I enter anything else, we get access denied. And that is a demonstration of me reverse engineering the capture the flag assignment. Thank you.